Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to show you how I grew my back, the exercises I do, and some key things to look out for when you're training back yourself. So I'll always start with pull-ups. Honestly, probably the main exercise that you've got to be doing if you try and put muscle onto your back. I remember when I first started training, I wasn't even able to complete a single pull-up. And if you're in a similar boat or you can only do a few reps, definitely get the resistance bands out to help you get some extra reps in. Or if you've got an assisted pull-up machine, then use that as well. Then as you progress, you're able to do pull-ups. Maybe you can do 4 clean sets of 8 to 12 reps. Then I'd definitely be looking to start adding weight and just keep progressively overloading both weight and reps. Then I'll move on to some form of row. Here I'm using this seated row machine, which I've just recently started using, and it's really good for contracting your lats. With this second exercise, you can do a similar movement to what I'm doing with the machine, but you can do it with the cable instead. With this one, really focus on squeezing your lat and always try to initiate the movement from your actual lat muscle and feel it stretch out when you're at the top of the rep. Then once you're at the top of the rep, literally try to move the weight with your lat muscle. Like, don't move your arm. Try and just move the weight with your lat. Like, it sounds like I just repeated myself, but literally that's what you have to do. Next is the lat pull down. You could swap this for that cable pull down I had up on screen earlier, or you could do some other form of row, like a seated machine row or dumbbell rows. This is also quite lat focused, so definitely try hit some more rowing movements if you feel your rhomboids or traps are lacking. But the lat pull down, obviously it's a staple and it's sort of unrivaled for the contraction you get with it. You don't quite get that squeeze you get from the lat pull down from your traditional pull up, which is why I really like it. I'll always hit some rear delt movements on my pull days as well. Here I've got the rear delt fly on the machine, which is always good. You can do rear delt flies with the dumbbell and rear delt rows, which are actually quite good, where instead of focusing on your lat, you initiate the movement at your shoulder and squeeze the rear delt. Shout out to the cob on screen there as well. Then my favorite is the curls. Whenever I get up to biceps in my pull days, this is how I'm feeling. Anyways, curls. Pretty self-explanatory, a staple in bicep work. Always keep your shoulders pegged back and again, initiate the movement with your actual bicep muscle, and you can actually feel it squeeze on the way up. Try not to think of moving your wrists or your forearms, but focus your mind on the actual bicep muscle to build the mind-muscle connection. Also, holding the dumbbells in your hands with a supinated grip, so meaning with your palms facing upwards, it makes the curl a lot harder, but also a lot better because it puts so much more tension on your bicep. In the supinated position, your bicep is always activated, and as soon as you go into a neutral grip or pronated grip, the bicep isn't in its contracted state. And I mean, you can try it out for yourself right now. So with your hand, if you just tilt it upwards with the palm facing to the roof, your bicep is actually in a contracted state. And as soon as you turn it the other way around with your palm facing down, then it's just deactivated.
7.
Then for this session, I finished off with a incline curl. Another key thing is just always keeping your shoulders pegged back, because something that happens so often is you see the shoulders come forward, you see the elbows come forward, and it just defeats the entire purpose of the actual incline curl. So when you keep your shoulder pegged back, it works the long head. As soon as you bring it, your elbow and your shoulders forward, defeats the purpose of the movement. But I've also got a dedicated bicep / arm day / tricep day coming soon, so stay tuned, and I'll go into a lot more depth on how I build my arms as well. But thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next vid.
1